He's here. He's ready to roll, and he's HenryRife. He's the freaking Pitbull, my good friend. I miss you, Henry. How the hell you been?
I've been pretty good, buddy. How you doing?
Good, man. It's like a year since I saw you already.
Almost a year exactly.
It's crazy. Like, I go back and look at them pictures, and I'm like, holy crap, it was a year ago.
What did you think about my little performance in Maryland?
Oh, I had a blast. I had a freaking blast.
Oh, me too.
I wish you were doing it, like, again real soon. Here.
Well, I mean, you know people, send them my way. I'm always up to jump. How you been?
I hope so. I'm good. Busy. Tired, but I'm good.
Well, that sounds like par for the course with me, too. As soon as I get off here, I got to hop into bed and get up about 1:30 and off to Elizabethtown, Kentucky.
Whoa.
I know. No shame in my game, man.
Damn. Those hours suck.
Wow, that's the life of a truck driver / daredevil / media whore.
Oh, it's too funny. Too freaking funny.
I do have some news for you might be interested in.
Talk to me.
My crew chief, Russ, you know Russ for the TV show?
Uh-huh.
A couple months ago, he was working on the shop that you've seen in the TV show.
Okay.
He fell off a ladder and shattered both his legs.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's got Team Pitbull down a little bit, but we're not out. He's actually healing pretty good. One leg was broken so bad that I think they said it'd probably be a year before he can walk on it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Holy shit. How high was he on the ladder?
Probably 15 feet.
Oh. Oh, crap.
Apparently, Bumbles don't bounce like Daredevils do because he busted his ass real good.
See, he didn't have the Daredevil leathers on. That's what the problem was.
I guess. The superhero suit.
Exactly. He always needs the superhero suit.
I heard your show. I think it was the first show right after you and I seen each other in Maryland, and that's pretty cool how you described it. I got a kick out of that.
Dude, I had such a blast. I had such a freaking blast. It was such a good time. Especially, I mean,
sorry it wasn't.
Like, the whole...
I'm sorry.
What? I was going to say, just getting to see. Like,
I'm sorry it wasn't more cars, but that's all we could cram in there.
But it wasn't even the matter of the distance or whatever. It's just the whole thing, the whole behind the scenes. I mean, even just watching you in the tunnel, getting into that mindset. I mean, and of course, you know, the whole cold cuts thing. I mean, it was just a great moment.
We still, me and my wonderful wife, we still laugh about that all the time. She, by the way, she said to tell you guys hi.
Hello. We miss her too.
Oh, my wife's great. Anybody that knows my wife, they fall in love with her in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, she's the bomb.
Yep, she is totally. Yeah, your family was very charming. I was glad to meet everybody, and we will definitely have to go out and eat again very soon.
Yeah, it's been too long, man. Seriously.
Yeah, it's the winter time. I really don't jump a lot in the winter months. Occasionally you get the indoor show like in Maryland last year, but I think Ed Beckley was planning on doing that, and the week before he crashed. I think he broke broke his toes.
Oh, really?
So yeah, so he had to get somebody step in for him, and then I started getting little emails and messages from fans and some of the people that worked at Maryland. And you know what they said? They said, "We miss you, cold cuts."
I'm sure they did. I'm sure they did.
But that was a good time. I got some stuff on the hook coming up this spring and this summer, and we'll see how all that pans out. You're familiar with my friend Lathan, right? The guy that owns all of Evel stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they're getting ready to have a grand opening. I'm not sure on the date. It's either going to be late May or early June. That's the last I've heard. They're going to have a grand opening, and they want to somewhere include, obviously, Doug Danger because they have the whole backing for him. But I think maybe we're going to try and do something there, too, for either the grand opening or they're going to have Evel Knievel Days in Topeka, Kansas, as well as Butte, Montana.
Really?
Yeah. So they're constructing right now. They're constructing, I believe, it's a $4 million museum, all based on Evel Knievel in Kansas.
You know, I guess it was about a month ago. The Evel Knievel display was in Allentown, Pennsylvania, which was about an hour away from me. And I was all set to go, and then something happened literally like 2 hours before we were going to leave, and I couldn't go.
Holy mackerel. There's no way I wouldn't have not went.
And it was the last friggin' day, too. It was there. I was I forget what happened.
That reminds me of when you were coming to watch me jump. Your wife was on the phone with my wife, and I'm on my way, and she was like driving 110 mile an hour to get you there on time, and you missed the first show.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yep. Yeah. Well, that was because of work. I remember that. That was because I got out of work late that day. But I forget what the hell happened. I forget.
Life, buddy.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's exactly what it was. But speaking of Evel, a couple things I wanted to throw out there about Mr. Knievel, the inspiration for us all. One, something that we've talked about, like probably for a good year and a half, if not longer, about doing an Evel Knievel show here on the network, and doing like a little tribute show, you and myself. Well, earlier today I was sitting there, I'm like, let me try to like match up a date or something near a date coming up soon that would like coincide with Evel, like whether it's a birthday, day he died, a jump date or something. And the closest thing I can find, and it turns out that our show is this same exact date, May 26th is the 41st anniversary of the Wembley Stadium jump. So I was thinking we could do
Stadium.
An Evel Knievel show, tribute to Evel, on the Wembley Stadium jump anniversary.
Awesome.
So how's that? Well, we have it booked
I'm down.
now. Cool. May 26th it is.
I can tell you stories about wearing blue leathers, dude. That whole Wembley Stadium thing was the inspiration for that. I know everybody likes the familiar white leathers Evel wore, but for some reason as a kid, I was just hooked on those blue leathers. I have
they were cool.
idea why. Oh, they were definitely cool. So I had to have a set, and I ordered them and waited, and I was going to do this show indoors, Fort Wayne, Indiana, and the day I got the leathers was the day of the jump. I was actually getting ready to leave, and the postmaster calls me up. They're here. So I stopped and got them on my way to Fort Wayne. Went straight to Fort Wayne. They weren't broke in or anything. Got on the four-wheeler and promptly busted my ass.
Oh.
So I broke them in real good. Broke hip, broke collarbone. Yeah, that was. So I can tell you a little bit of the Wembley curse.
Oh boy. Yeah, it's not good.
Well, I mean, it's all how you look at it. Evel always said that he wouldn't have been anything without crashing at Caesar's Palace, and that whole crash at Fort Wayne, it prompted a right that night they signed me to come back exactly a year later, do the same jump at the same place, and see if I could pull it off, and ended up setting 2 world records in 6 minutes.
Damn. That's the way to do it.
But I wore the white leathers.
Now, how about the black? I like the black ones you got, too.
I like the black leathers. I do a lot of stuff with, motorcycle clubs, and, they do, a lot of the bike clubs around here do a lot of charity work, and I have a charity that's close to my heart. It's a little boy I'm familiar with. His name is Luke Hoffman, and Luke is my hero, and that's the name of his. I think he has a page at lucasmyhero.com, something like that. He's a great little boy. Since the age of 4, he's been growing a cyst inside his spinal cord, and he's been paralyzed 4 times.
Oh, wow.
And every time they try and get him taken care of, and that damn cyst grows back, and it's paralyzed him again. So this little guy has learned how to walk 4 or 5 times, and he just don't quit. And he's just the sweetest kid, and that's why I bought the leathers, to kind of go with some of the bike clubs. And every time I put those leathers on, it reminds me of Luke, and because any jump I do, Luke is a part of that. And so those black leathers, they have kind of a special meaning for me too. He's a good little kid, and we're going to see if we can't do some more for him. But
nice.
The latest thing with him is they did an operation on him last year, and they managed to pull, they thought, all of that cyst out of his spine, and so far nothing's come back, and he's on the road to recovery. He's starting to walk pretty good. He's got a little bit of scoliosis going on, but this little boy's a fighter. I mean, people make a big deal about these Daredevil guys and famous people, singers and all that, but it's the average person that gets out there that nobody knows about, that does stuff that's really superhuman. I mean, I'm just an entertainer. And, the kids like that, they're the real heroes. Military people, those are the real heroes. Good moms and dads, they're the real heroes. I'm just a guy out there having fun on a four-wheeler.
You're a big kid having fun.
Oh, totally. I mean, why wouldn't you? You get to dress up like a superhero and get out there and raise hell on a four-wheeler, and people pay you for it. I can't think of anything I'd rather do.
Exactly. It's a beautiful thing.
No, done properly. If it's not, it's pretty ugly. I have a question for you.
Shoot.
I have a question for you. And this is completely off topic, but I'm dying to know.
Oh, boy.
Who are you going to vote for?
I didn't do it. You know what? This was actually on my list to bring up and talk to you about. Now, I'm going to say something, and it might piss people off. It might even piss you off. I'm going to be 46 years old in April, and I have never voted once.
Well, yeah, you have. By not voting, you're voting.
And that,
you know,
honestly,
that, right?
and that's kind of why, because my whole life I just felt like, they're crooked, they're thieves, they're just bullshit. But I think this year I might actually take the leap and give my first vote, and I'm going to give it to Donald Trump.
Absolutely. Trump's the man. Look, there's a lot of people like a lot of things out there, but this country is really screwed up. And, I'm not going to get on a stump here and preach a whole lot. But my thing is with Trump, he's not a career politician. This country boils down to dollars and cents, what you want, what kind of life you want yourself and your family to have. And, who better to put in charge of all that than somebody that understands money. Nobody understands money better than Donald Trump. He has more money than all those career politicians that sold their soul to the devil combined. Why not let a businessman give it a shot? That's my thinking.
Yeah, I think it's time. It's time, and not only the whole businessman aspect, and I'm not even going to say like, because he's a character or because, of his celebrity popularity, but he's honest, and he'll tell the country the truth. This country has been lied to for probably hundreds of years, and I think it's time we heard the truth of what the hell's going on.
Well, I totally agree. I'm a big history buff. Even my oldest son has got his master's in history, and we talk all the time, and he's actually surprised that a truck driver and a guy that jumps cars with a four-wheeler is as knowledgeable as he is about history and politics and that. But now I'm a big nut on like JFK and stuff like that. I'm not really a conspiracy nut, but really after that's gone on, and maybe even before that, there's been a group that has been molding the way our society goes, and I think it's time we put the kibosh to that shit. I mean, it's not working. It's not working for us.
No, it's working for them.
Absolutely. I mean, somebody like Donald Trump, he is a unicorn. He's done it in spite of some of these career guys. I read like some of the Rothschilds and that. They're trillionaires. Are you shitting me? What do you need with that much money?
It's ridiculous.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are you there?
It's just,
did I lose you? There you are.
Yeah. No, it's absurd. It's absolutely absurd. The whole place. That's why I've never voted. They make me sick.
Well, you watch. What really cracks me up about this whole election thing is, everybody wants to discredit Trump and say, "Oh, he couldn't be good." Why couldn't he be good? He's a billionaire, for God's sakes. These people that are in charge now, they have their millions of dollars, in the bank account. When lifetime of public service, they've only supposed to make $100,000 a year. How the hell does that happen?
This is true.
Is that Common Core? Because I'm not getting it.
Oh.
You got guys like Ted Cruz. That guy scares me. He looks like Grandpa from the Munsters, but he also strikes me as a really low-rent used car salesman, and I don't buy his bullshit.
Hey now. I'm one of them guys, but I don't give no bullshit.
Well, I said low rent. I know you, and you're an honest guy. You go out and try and make a living. This guy's a huckster. Back in the 1890s, he'd be a fucking snake oil salesman or something. I don't believe him for nothing.
I'm with you. I don't believe none of them.
And Hillary?
Especially.
Really?
Yeah.
We don't really need to go there.
I can't believe she's still attempting to run.
Well, I can't believe she's not in jail.
Exactly.
How is that woman not in jail? It's
good to be with the last name Clinton.
I guess. I think I could think of last names I'd rather have. Clinton or absolutely. Clinton or Blackwell probably wouldn't rate high on my list, but you know I'd have to throw that in there, didn't you?
Oh, I know.
You heard what I said, right?
Of course. Which I'm going to throw that name out there too. Mr. Blackwell, Mr. Bubba Blackwell. I guess, is he doing a retirement tour or something?
Oh, who knows? Listen, well, you got to call the media in and make a big announcement that, you know, you're going to shift from being a world famous motorcycle daredevil because Doug Danger went out and kicked your ass, and your big goal in life now is to see how many yards you can mow. Hey, man, if that's what makes you happy, I say more power to you. Mm-hmm. There was nothing I would like better than to have him out there mowing my yard.
That would be funny. Especially,
like, seriously, you know, look.
Put some blades on one of your ATVs and have him do it that way.
Yeah. You don't ride my ATVs. Those are for men. You know, look, all kidding aside, you know, everybody knows I'm not a big fan, and I'm not going to rag on him too much, but, look, he's had a great career, and I've never once said that he wasn't a great rider. He's a great rider. I just, you know, there's some personality flaws that I got an issue with, but other than that, you know, I mean, if you can still get out there and do it, why not? I mean, I brought this up the other day on my Facebook page, and you got involved in that. I had a company hit me up in England that's like a Americana, you know, type thing. They have a bunch of American stuff in there, and they wanted to buy up my ramps and my four-wheelers and my outfits and all my helmets and that. And I sit there and thought, man, could I really do that?
No.
And right now the answer is no. You're not going to see any farewell tour from me anytime soon, I hope.
I hope not either. And you know what? Even after, like, you retire, could you even part with that stuff? I mean, that's, like, been a huge part of your life.
Well, you know, I mean, people really don't know. You know, I'm sure all your listeners are not real familiar with me, but, you know, there was a time in my life that a lot of, you know, perfect storm of bad things happened. My dad I almost lost my dad. He had a real bad heart attack brought about by Agent Orange in Vietnam, and about lost him. And while he was in the hospital, my brother decided to end his life. And while that was going on, I was going through a divorce, a very nasty divorce, and I pretty much lost everything I ever had, including, you know, my most prized possession on this earth. And, you know, I had a beautiful 1969 Mach 1 Mustang that me and my dad built. And I lost all that stuff. I mean, literally down to the shirt on my back. That was about it.
Wow.
And, you know, I started telling people that I was going to jump again, and they started laughing at me. And I'd been retired from, you know, jumping that house trailer for a few years, and, you know, I kept telling people, I'm going to jump. I'm going to jump again. I promise you I'm going to do it. And they laughed, and, nope, you don't even have a four-wheeler. Well, I went out and bought a four-wheeler. Oh, you don't have ramps. Well, I went out and built ramps. Oh, you no shape to do that. Well, I went and got shape. Then what? Well, you don't have any shows. I started booking shows again. Next thing you know, I'm on David Letterman. Next thing you know, I'm booking as many shows as I want. You know, I mean, those ATVs and those ramps and all that, those things have really, they saved my life. And you're right. I don't know what I would do without that stuff in my life, but, you know, I mean, there's got to be a time, and I'll know when that time is, to let that stuff go. And, you know, if there was a museum or restaurant like the guy that was talking to me, if they're interested, when I'm interested in getting rid of it, maybe I'll do something like that so people can see that stuff on display if they have any interest in it, and we'll see. But right now, I'm not getting rid of my four-wheelers. We're going to keep on jumping for a couple more years anyway.
Good. And I'm going to extend it more than a couple more years.
Well, I've said on TV around here in Ohio and Indiana that even if I retire in a year or two, I'm going to come back at the age of 60, and I'm going to do at least one more show just to prove I can do it.
Hell, I mean, look at Big Ed, Mr. Beckley. He's still rolling, and what's he, 65?
Yeah, he's an amazing guy. All these old school Daredevils, they're still going, and Gene Sullivan, I think he's 72 now. He's still going. I mean,
wow.
He was Evel Knievel's bodyguard, and then he broke away from Evel, and he started jumping himself. He does the Jump for Jesus Ministries. He's a super nice guy. He doesn't jump real far, but I mean, Jesus Christ, how far does a 72-year-old guy got to jump?
Yeah, exactly.
He's still a stud. I mean, he looks awesome, and I felt bad for Ed the other day breaking his toes. He had that on Facebook. Did you see the picture of that?
No, I didn't.
Oh, he put a picture of his foot on Facebook, dude. Those little piggies should have went wee all the way to the emergency room.
Oh boy!
Oh, they was all twisted up, bones sticking out. They was bad.
Oh, really?
That's why he didn't jump in Maryland. He had to get some freestyle guy. And freestyle's okay. I got nothing but respect for those guys in many ways. As good as or better athletes than, some of the old school guys. But, my thing is, how many times can you watch a backflip?
Yeah.
Do you agree or not?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it gets to it's like the same thing over and over and over. It's
a little repetitive. I mean,
yeah.
I'm a huge fan of Pastrana and all the Nitro Circus guys. They're fantastic, and they're more ballsy than any group of people I ever seen. So they have my highest respect. But when you can do a backflip with a monster truck or a big wheel, how really fucking hard is it?
Oh, too funny.
Am I not right?
No, you're right. You're right.
I've never done a backflip on purpose. That doesn't mean I'm not going to give it a shot sooner or later, but I'm a fan of the old school. Stick a ramp up and see how far you can fly the thing, and that's kind of my goal this summer. I think I'm gonna jump 200 feet.
Now, what's the longest you've jumped?
The longest I've jumped, and that's with small landing ramps, so that's a big deal, is, about 167, 170 feet. I can go bigger than that, no problem. But the thing is, you got to have the right place to do it, and you got to have, I couldn't do it with my little tag-along landing ramp that I got that's only 8 feet wide. I mean, you're going to hit a ramp probably 80 mile an hour, 10 feet tall, and shoot that thing 200 feet. The wind wreaks havoc on you. It'll blow you 3 or 4 feet to the side, depending, and so you got to have a ramp big enough, and the only way to do it, to be economical about it, is to make one out of dirt. So you need a big dirt hill. Land on that, and I've experimented with that a little bit, and it's worked out really good. So if I can find the right venue that will put that up, and we can get everything together, I want to be the first person to legitimately jump 200 feet on a four-wheeler. I can do it. I know I can do it. It's just, saying you can do it isn't doing it.
Right.
So
I know you can
I'm going to get. Oh, I know I can do it, but I got to get my old ass out there and do it.
And I just saw the picture of his foot you tweeted out. I almost threw up.
Yeah, bone sticking out. Yeah,
it looks like something out of a horror movie.
Well, I mean, Ed is he's got a lot of miles on them digits, and he had them pointing all different directions. That's pretty nasty.
yeah, that was pretty brutal. Oh.
He did, and he didn't crash the landing. He rode out of the arena, slowing down, and he hit some ice, and he hit a pole with his foot or something. I don't know exactly what went on there, but whatever it wasn't good. Now, did you know about Robbie, right?
No, what's going on with Robbie now?
Robbie Knievel, he's in the hospital recovering. He had pretty major back surgery.
No.
Yeah, as far as I'm hearing right now, he's doing really good, and he swears he's going to jump again, and that warms my heart. Just as long as he's okay, I don't want to see anything bad happen to anybody, but especially a hero of mine, and somebody I'm proud to call my friend. But I've been watching his daughter's little tidbits, throwing out info how he's doing and that, and said he's moving right along. So hopefully he'll be jumping before too long.
Cool. Yeah, that was the last I had heard was he was going to be starting jumping again, and he was sobered up and he was doing good. I didn't know nothing about that. He did
a jump a couple months ago. It looked really good. He landed long. He almost went too long. He's getting to the age, that body's taking enough abuse that he needs to be careful. But he's got a movie going on right now. Lathan is actually involved in, and I can't wait to see that. I mean, did you see Being Evil?
I did, and I wanted to ask you what you thought about it.
Loved it.
I did too.
That's probably the most accurate, little video, documentary, whatever you want to call it. It's probably the most accurate one I've seen. Certainly the most well done. And, Lathan throws that out there. He's a great filmmaker, and the people that's with him, they're good at what they do. He absolutely loves Evel Knievel, but he's not afraid to tell the truth, and I think that's the way it should be. Show the man, warts and all, and you get an accurate representation of what that is. And this is the same bunch that's doing this one about Robbie, so I'm kind of excited to see it too, because Robbie is kind of he's not as celebrated as Evel, and that's a shame because he's a brilliant jumper.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's just Evel was that first one and was able to strike at the right time and just became so big and popular, and then through the years just you don't have that outlet, that wide world of sports outlet, to get guys like yourself and Robbie and the whole other Doug Danger and Big Ed to get you guys to a nationwide audience at one shot like that.
Well, there's only going to be one Elvis, only one Evel Knievel, only one Bruce Lee. You get people in the UFC, I'm tougher than Bruce Lee, and maybe they are, but he's the one that raised the bar so you could, surpass that.
Right.
Yeah, people like that, they're originals. That's kind of like the thinking I had with the jumping the four-wheelers. I wanted to be a little bit like Evel Knievel. I wear his outfit, but it's a tribute. I'm not copying him. And I certainly don't think I'm Evel Knievel, but at the same time, I'm doing something familiar, people recognize, but it's on a four-wheeler, so it's still unique. And I think brings the old and the new together pretty cool, don't you?
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's what I got going on, and I will keep you posted on anything I got going around in your area. And I have actually been talking to a couple production companies about possibly some more TV.
Good.
I don't know if it's going to happen. We'll see. I can't really say anything about it, but we'll see.
I still can't believe that show wasn't picked up. I mean, that was such a great, fun, entertaining show.
Well, it's still running. I've had people. It was in a couple months ago. It was aired in England. They had an Evel Knievel night.
Really?
Yeah, they had an Evel Knievel night. They played the George Hamilton movie and another Evel Knievel thing, and then they showed Heirs to the Dare. And everybody fell in love with my mom.
You have to. She was great.
My mom's a peach. Just seen her a little bit ago. She's awesome. I asked her. I said, "Do you want to do some more TV?" She said, "Nah, I don't really think so. But if you need me to, I will."
We need her so.
Well,
she was great.
Yeah. Her big thing is she very humble, and she doesn't get that people love her. Now, she's been approached by people that's recognized her, a little girl that was from she's several states away. They was in Van Wert, and they seen my mom at Wendy's, and the kid pointed her out, and then they all had to go over and meet my mom and get pictures with her and get autographs, and my mom just thought that was crazy.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
That is
my
funny.
Mom's quite the rock star.
I got to go back and watch that again. I mean, the show. It was you. You were the show. I mean, it was like 60% of you.
Well, they did a good job. I mean, the show was. People give reality shows a bad rap. I mean, sometimes rightly so, but that show was 85% accurate. I mean, they had to throw some, like the silly little commercial I did and all that. That was all bullshit, but it was fun. It was funny. Mm-hmm. So, the Eric McCracken, I just talked to him today, the guy that owned the car dealership. That was all absolutely true. Him throwing me the big check and stepping up to the plate. I've never had anybody step up to the plate like that guy did for me. I mean, he changed my life. And
sure.
I owe him a bunch, and he's very pleased with how things have gone. Backing me, and that's actually what we was talking about doing the Evel Knievel Days thing. We might make a bigger presence out there. I don't know, but I'll keep you posted on that.
Nice.
But yeah, man, that show did a lot for me. I mean, it opened all kinds of doors, and I'm just sad that we didn't get at least one season out of it. Right,
exactly.
I mean, my God, Honey Boo Boo ran how many seasons? Honey Boo Boo kicked my ass.
Oh, that is so
I don't
wrong
get
when
it.
you say that.
But true.
I know. That's the scary part.
That's kind of part of the problem of the show. I think there was a couple people on the crew. I don't think they had any real malice going on or anything, but I think they wanted to kind of redneck it up a little bit, and I wouldn't allow it. Not my part anyway. And my wife, she watched it like a hawk, and she said, "You're not gonna make him look silly." I mean, I'm silly. I'm funny. I try to have a good time, but I'm not gonna hurt what Evel Knievel meant to me and means to me, and the whole Daredevil thing. I'm not gonna let anybody make me look stupid like that.
Right.
I do a good enough job being stupid on the four-wheeler. I don't need any help.
Oh, it's too funny. So, all right, so, yeah, you got to let me know about dates, whatever dates you got coming up. And hopefully, I got to get my ass out somewhere to see you again. Hopefully, like, you're in the vicinity.
Well, you never know what pops up. I mean, sometimes this happens. It's a drawn out 4 or 5 month thing, emails back and forth. And, you know, sometimes you get, hey, man, 2 weeks from now, we're having a monster truck show. Would you like to come? So I'll keep you in the loop as much as I can.
Cool. And, yeah, mark it on your calendar. May 26th, we'll do that show.
May 26th, I'm in. You going to have me on for the whole show?
Yeah, man. You're going to be the co-host.
Oh, man. Okay.
Oh, man.
We'll get her done.
Put a little shopping list of guests we need to get, and, yeah, we'll start working on it, get it together, and May 26th it is.
Cool. I'm looking forward to it.
Cool. Henry, always a pleasure, my friend. Can't wait to see you and the family again. And, hey, how's Tom doing? Tell Tom we were asking for him, too.
Tom's listening, I'm sure. He's I see him throwing some tweets up. So, yeah, Tom's good. He's still my right-hand man, and we'll keep you in the loop of what's coming up. And, yeah, man, thanks for having me back on. I appreciate
Always. Coming
on here. I'm surprised people still like hearing me ramble about what a jackass I am, but, yeah, it's all good.
That's why they like hearing you, because you can admit you're a jackass and Honey Boo Boo kicked your ass.
Yeah, Honey Boo Boo kicked my ass. What can I say about it? I mean, if I said anything else, it'd be a lie.
Oh, man. All right, Henry, well, let me jump and go get some sleep. Yeah, 1:30 comes quick, man.
Thanks for having me on.
Always. Talk soon.
All right, see you, buddy.
See ya. All right, there he goes. The ATV Daredevil, the Pitbull himself, Mr. Henry Rife. You can find him on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Check him out. Look him up. Like him. Follow him. He's a riot. And now it's